Hi, I'm Dr. Jalen Israel Civic, and I'm with PremierMD Care, which is an internal medicine concierge practice. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I've been practicing internal medicine for 20 years, 16 years of practice here in Southwest Florida with my husband, and the past 4 years have been the most significant. 4 years ago is when I changed my practice from a traditional medical practice to a concierge practice. And how that came about is that I was getting really frustrated with being forced to run from room to room and seeing my patients for maybe 10 minutes, not really having enough time to spend to really go over all their health issues, review their labs, look at the consultant's notes, doing all the things that myself as a doctor I was trained to do, and like all doctors are trained, is to take time with their patients, get a good history, do a good physical exam. But I didn't have time for that, just the way that medicine had gone. So becoming so frustrated with that and seeing my patients' frustration as well, and knowing that I wasn't providing the health care that they needed, I decided to make a change and I converted to a concierge practice. So the biggest question is, so what is concierge medicine? What it is, it's individualized medicine, it's quality medicine, and it's a doctor who takes a lot more time to focus on your health care. So I went from thousands of patients in my traditional practice down to a few hundred, and I give my patients much longer appointment times, 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes even longer. We actually have time to focus on preventative issues and not just your current acute problems. It also allows me to have a continuous relationship with my patients in the sense that weekends and evenings, or if they're out of town or they're on vacation, they can always call me and be able to get the health care that they need instead of going to an urgent care or an emergency room where the doctors don't know you. My patients also get same-day appointments. They don't have to wait for a week or two to be seen. If you're sick, you're going to be seen the same day. If you have a question, you can email me or text me, or we can talk. So there's just a huge, vast difference between concierge medicine and traditional medicine. So I know I've mentioned to you that getting a concierge doctor or having me as your concierge doctor means that you're going to have more time to see your primary care physician. But what does that really mean to you? I can think of one really good example of a time when I had a young woman come to me. She moved here from Syracuse, New York, and she had been having terrible headaches. She'd gained a lot of weight and her vision was getting really blurred. She was only in her early 40s, and she kept going from her primary care doctor to the ophthalmologist to another specialist, and no one was really able to figure out why she was having the blurred vision, why she continued to gain weight, why she was so depressed. And by the time she came to me, it was obvious that she needed to have an MRI of her brain. And after the first visit, we ordered that MRI and we discovered a large tumor in her pituitary gland, which was the primary cause of a lot of her symptoms, including her blurred vision. And she ended up going to Miami to have surgery and has had significant improvement in her symptoms. And so that's just one example of many where someone who really, if someone had just spent a little bit more time with her, they could have been figured out 2 years prior to her coming to see me. So that's what concierge medicine can do for you, is if you're having an issue that no one else can seem to figure out because they're not taking the time, you really need to see a concierge doctor. I'm a primary care physician, an internal medicine trained physician, and as a concierge doctor, I do focus a lot on preventative health care. I make sure that you get your colonoscopies done on time, mammograms are done, breast examinations, even pap smears for my female patients, prostate exams in men. So all the things that we should be doing on a regular basis with your primary care doctor to make sure that you stay healthy. And also as a primary care physician, and as an internist, I treat illnesses head to toe, basically. Everything from your common everyday cold or flu to pneumonia, bronchitis, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. So a vast variety of different health issues. And my job is really to be like the quarterback of the team, to be the gatekeeper. So when you come to me and you have an issue, and if it's something that is beyond my scope or you're going to need to see a specialist for it, we make sure to expedite that referral for you based on how acute your problems are at the time. So that's another benefit of being with me, would be to help you to get in to see the specialist, to know the right specialist to go to, and to have the correct specialist handpicked for you. So when people hear the word concierge, I think they get the idea that it's all cash pay and that it's a lot of money, and really it is very affordable medicine. The membership fee is very affordable. The price does not go up the sicker that you get. It's just based on your age. And people do always ask, well, do you take my insurance or do you take Medicare? And the answer is yes. We do take insurance and Medicare, most insurance plans, private insurance plans. We do bill your regular office visits and your diagnostic testing and your lab work through the insurance companies and through Medicare, and the membership fee gives you all the benefits that we discussed earlier. And another commonly asked question is, considering where we live here in Florida, well, what if I'm a seasonal resident and I only stay in Florida, 6 months, 7 months out of the year? And the answer, whether it's worth it for you to do that, and the answer is absolutely yes. Because when you're up north and you have an issue, and I know you better than any other doctor does, you really want to be contacting me. And there's a lot that we can do through testing and through phone calls and telemedicine visits that we can keep that care continued on even when you're out of town. And another popular question is, well, I'm pretty healthy. I don't really go to the doctor very often. Why would I need a concierge doctor? And the answer to that is, you especially need the concierge doctor, because if you want to stay healthy and you want to have optimal health, then you want to stay on top of all your preventative issues, and we have time to assist you with all of that.